Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, I'm going to pull up this screen. Oh, yeah, Auburn is calling big time. And will Lane Kiffin sneak out in the middle of the night? He's done it before. Will he do it again and creak Ole Miss? We're going to get into all of this. Oh, yeah, Lane has been known to sneak out in the middle of the night and leave for another job. Now, the last time he did something that bad, this was like, what, 10, 12, 14 years ago? I can't even remember. It was so long ago. But it kind of went something like this. Yeah, just going by memory, I remember it being something along these lines and everybody out here burning mattresses because Lane left after 1 year at the University of Tennessee where he was treated like gold. And the next thing you know, the students felt like they were completely stabbed in the back by Lane and his family. You know, his family was a part of the deal. He had his dad as a defensive coordinator. And they just kind of kicked us to the curb and said, we're going back to USC. Now, that led him down a bad path for about a decade where, of course, he got fired on the tarmac. Then he wound up at Nick Saban's rehab center for coaches who can't smell it. You know, he stayed there for a few years and got humiliated a few times on the sidelines. You know, Nick Saban gets a little angry and yells at you in public, and that's just kind of how it goes. But then he wound up at Florida Atlantic Center for the, junior college tiddlywink team or whatever the crap it was. And then he wound up getting a really good job at Ole Miss, which is really good for him. And he's been there for a couple of years, and he's done really well. Look, the guy can coach. He's a really good offensive coach, and he knows how to recruit. There's no question about that. He's just made some bad choices in his life. You know, he's very rambunctious, and he has no patience. The guy has zero patience whatsoever. And I would not be a bit shocked if he jumped from Ole Miss to Auburn because that's just how the guy is. You know, he's not going to stay anywhere too long. And understand, he just got beat by Alabama, and he's pretty crushed right now. He's in a bad spot. He's a lot like this.
Where are you?
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah, glass case of emotion. Look, he's freaking out right now. And he's kind of figured out, look, Ole Miss, there's a ceiling right there. It's 9 or 10 games. You're not going to be able to get to a national championship or an SEC championship there unless you get really lucky because you can't recruit at a high enough level. You don't have that unlimited NIL money. And the crowd is only going to be so big. The stadium only holds like 66,000 seats. And he needs to go somewhere bigger in his mind. That's what he's thinking. He can't take good enough, and he's getting paid really good. But Mississippi has this weird rule where they can only extend 4 years to a public employee. So let me show you what he's making. All right, here's his base compensation. In 2022, 7.25. Then it goes up $100,000 a year each year through 2025. But if you'll notice, that's only 4 years right there. So they can't go beyond that in the state of Mississippi, is my understanding. So Auburn could offer him like an 8-year contract or a 10-year contract. Hell, they could do something crazy like they did for Jimbo Fisher and offer him a 10-year guaranteed $95 million contract. How'd that work out for you, Texas A&M?
Here, please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
Oh, my gosh, what a debacle that is. But that's for another video. Let's just stick with Lane Kiffin, Captain Loyal. So, yeah, that's what he's dealing with right there. Now, his agent, Jimmy Sexton, you know he's pushing this number hard to Auburn and going, look, we've already got this in hand, okay? So I'm sure Jimmy Sexton is saying this.
Hey, Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money!
Exactly. Show me the money. I mean, he's screaming, show me the money. And Auburn is probably doing exactly that. They're probably throwing money at this guy right now. And look, they're already paying 2 guys to sit around and, I don't know, go skiing or whatever the crap they're doing with Gus Malzone. And who was the other guy they had? Oh, Brian Harsin. I almost forgot Brian Harsin. Wasn't he just here a month ago? I've already forgot that guy. Good grief. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at with Lane. So fortunately, you know how Lane is. He's decided to come on the channel. I have no idea why, especially under these circumstances, but he's decided to be interviewed because, he just can't help it. He wants to talk to the Tennessee fans, and he knows that this channel actually attracts quite a few Tennessee folks. So he wants to talk to you, and I guess that's what it is. I don't know. But anyway, he's agreed to an interview, and I'm going to talk to him here in just a minute. All right, let me check and see if Lane's available and ready to go. Is he set up on the satellite? He is. Are you sure? Okay, I can't believe he's coming on, especially right now. This is very sensitive. He's sure he's ready to go. Okay, all right. Well, let me ask the questions. Now, Lane, look, I'm going to talk to you as a friend. You've been on this channel multiple times. I feel like I know you, okay, through the good and the bad. Now, look, if you go to Auburn, I understand that. You're going to get a bunch of money. You're probably going to get an 8-year deal, probably 70, 80, 90 million bucks. But understand this. If you go to Auburn, you're not going to be able to take the Alabama job in a couple, 3 years when Nick Saban retires, because if you leave Auburn and go to Alabama, you don't know how Auburn people are. Okay, I know Auburn people. They are not going to be okay with that. You're not going to be able to just leave in the middle of the night like you did to Tennessee, like you did to us, and run off to USC. You know, look at the crap you went through over that. If you leave Auburn and go to Alabama,
Alabama!
that's Hatfield and McCoy's, okay? That's way more serious than the Vols and US. I'm just telling you as a friend, you cannot take one and then move later to the next. That's not going to work. Well, hello there, Sports Talk Jay. Your old buddy Lane Kiffin here, checking in. I wanted to come on the channel here. I don't know where all these rumors are coming from. Look, I'm an Ole Miss coach, and I'm going to be here for a very long time. And, yeah, I know I'm wearing an Auburn hat. Look, it's just my assistant coach is tricking me all the time, and look, I'm wearing an Auburn cap, okay? I'm not even going to go through all that crap. I don't know what to do. I'm torn right now, okay? I'm sitting in an Ole Miss office. I got my Ole Miss colors on, wearing an Auburn hat. I don't know what to do. I want to be at Alabama. Look, we all know I want to be at Alabama. But Nick Saban might be there for the next 10 years. We don't know. You know, he's Emperor Palpatine. He could be there forever. We don't know his deal. And Auburn's a better offer than Ole Miss. I've got more NIL money. I'm going to make more money, and I get an 8-year, 10-year deal, something like that. And the crowd base there is bigger and stronger, okay? That's really what I'm fighting right now. So I'm not sure what to do. But my agent, Jimmy Sexton's going to take good care of me. And as of right now, I'm an Ole Miss coach, and I plan on being it for many, many years, unless I go to Auburn, and then I plan on being there many, many years, unless I get an offer in Alabama, and then I plan on being there many, many years. So whatever happens, you know, I just hope nobody burns a mattress. I don't need that anymore. That was awful. And for the Tennessee fans, look, I should have stayed. I know that, okay? I understand I should have stayed there. I would be very happy right now. I'd have Josh Heupel's job. I'd have that 100 million people you've got in your crowd that's all excited and fired up every 5 seconds. You've got, it's just ridiculous. I blew it so bad. And I know it. Look, I know it, okay? You don't have to remind me constantly on social media. But understand, I got to work with what I got to work with. And somehow I got to figure out how I'm going to survive on either $8 million a year, $9 million, or $10 million a year. And I got a lot of expenses, okay? So just back off. I'll figure out what to do over the next couple of weeks. I'm just under a lot of stress, okay? If I make a decision, I'll come on the channel. So I will do that for you since you and I have made friends.
You and me made friends right off the bat.
All right, Lane, I appreciate you coming on here and promising to come back if you decide you're going to take the job at Auburn. And you're probably going to get offers from Nebraska, et cetera. But anyway, I do appreciate you promising to do that. I don't know why you would want to do that, but anyway, that's all good as far as I'm concerned.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
All right, folks, and that's Lane Kiffin today. I don't know. Is he going to go to Auburn? Is he going to stay at Auburn? We don't know, but we're going to know pretty soon because understand, whoever Auburn hires, it's going to probably be the day after the regular season's over because you've got early signing period. You've got the transfer portal to think about. You've got a lot going on. Something's got to happen here in the next couple of weeks. That's just the way it is. So I'm sure he's under a lot of pressure. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols, of course, and the SEC. I like covering Lane Kiffin and all the things going on in the SEC because, you know, he creaked us years ago. And I know him pretty well because I've watched his career. Ole Miss, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like your position right now. And I know you're happy with him, but you know what? That's how the guy rolls. Just, I wish you the best. I really do. And I hope you did like the content. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.